Here we go. So if you were watching this is the first episode of live morning trading. It's going to be very different than my night streams. Again, the schedule is on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. I'm going to be dropping these morning trading videos at around 11 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, and I'm going to be going live for an actual live stream where I'm more energetic and talking about the market and giving analysis at 10 p.m. EST on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So this stream is basically a recording of what I'm going to be giving to premium members. If you want to sign up for premium, it's wap.com/championvibe. And as I'm taking trades in like the first hour of the day, I'm going to be calling out what I'm doing. None of this is financial advice. Some of these will lose. It's high risk options, day trading, very risky. That's pretty much the simplest way to put it. So I'm going to be joining the premium voice channel right now. And you're only going to be hearing my voice. I don't want to like have everybody else's voice on it. I'm playing some music in the background. Maybe you're going to hear it through my speaker. We'll see. But some days I'm going to be joining Twitter Spaces and doing this. It's going to be very flexible. I might be going around the kitchen making a coffee. It's just like I'm kind of imagining that the stream is not even on and I'm just like talking to myself while I'm trading. That's what these videos are going to be like. And it is live for premium members. They're actually joining into the Discord voice channel right now. And I still want to make sure that I have the recording up for everyone for education's sake. So it's currently 9:22 a.m. EST on Tuesday, September 5th. Market opens in 8 minutes. Going to do some quick analysis, take a look at things, and yeah, let me hop into this premium channel and just give my thoughts on what's going on. Making sure that my settings are okay. All right, it's looking pretty good. What's up, everyone? Today is our first day doing the live trading. Can hear me well, drop something in the chat. Just say I can hear you or something. Put an announcement out that I'm live right now, all of you. I'm also recording this, and the recording will be on YouTube after I'm done, but it's only live for you premium members. I was saying this in the recording before I joined this Discord call, everyone. This is going to be just a lot of randomness. The night streams are going to be a lot more structured with me actually having a set of tickers to look at and trying to be more entertaining. These calls are simply going to be me imagining that I'm not even recording anything or I'm not in a call. It's like I'm trading myself. I'm about to share my screen in a second, everyone. And I'm just going to be saying what I'm doing. This is very risky. None of this is financial advice. Some of these trades, I might lose today. I might lose tomorrow. I can lose any day. Percent-wise, they can be very large losses. So every trade I'm taking, I'm fully willing to risk. Please make sure you watch the video in the announcements channel, which explained the whole system of this. The quick summary is that I'm not giving out specific expirations. I'm simply going to say if I'm going long or short, SPY, QQQ, SPX, and the days till expiration. So I'll tell you when I'm getting in, when I'm getting out. It's up to you to manage your own risk, pick your own contracts if you do decide to trade yourself. And yeah, let me get my screen shared for all of you. And the market opens in 6 minutes. So let me make sure I do this correctly. All right, next to my name in the Discord channel, it's going to be saying live right now. Make sure you click on that so you can see my screen. And let's get started. All right. So let's take a look at how things are going in the pre-market. See if I can open up. Perfect, thank you. Strom says he can hear. All right, nice to see all of you in here. Let's get started. So right now, pretty flat going into the day. Let's see if there's any news that's been coming out. Best way to do this. I did see this. I did also mention this previously. I have NVIDIA put, so I'm short NVIDIA, I guess, going into this week. See how that's doing in the pre-market. NVIDIA is almost down 1% in the pre-market. I have no clue when I'm going to sell those. It's a kind of a flexible trade. If it looks like it could maybe bounce, I might just take my profit on them. So I will be probably going back and forth to that NVIDIA chart. But we do have chip design firm ARM seeks up to $52 billion valuation. in a US IPO. I do believe Nvidia announced like a dividend for tomorrow or something, so I don't know if that'll affect things. Saudi Arabia to extend voluntary cut on 1 million barrels per day till the end of the year. So that's some oil news right there, I'd assume. Qualcomm, a lot of chip news here, focuses on auto and AI as Apple business faces uncertainty and Nvidia takes spotlight. Nothing too crazy. Website. Okay. Let's head back over to the charts. I didn't see you turn ETH on, but you mentioned you were going to look at pre-market and SPY. Where ETH is. Ethereum? I'm so confused. Oh, extended trading hours on? Oh yeah, I don't really use extended trading hours much. If it's like 8 a.m., I'll take a look at it, but since the market's opening in 4 minutes, I'm simply just looking at, as you can see on my screen over here, literally how much it's down pre-market. So I'm not typically going to turn on this extended trading hours and then chart that. I'm going to wait for the market to open, give it a few candles, unless we really get a push above something, and then I'll take it from there. So, drink a sip of coffee. Also, anybody watching the recording, you can see my face right now. First recording, I guess, in the New York City apartment, which is super cool. And yeah, I'm looking to do this maybe a little bit quicker today. That's on the movement we get. There's going to be days where if I don't see anything, I might just hop off in like 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not even joking. There's no need to force trades just because I want to do these calls every day. If nothing's there, I'm never going to force it. So sometimes these might be 3 hours long. Sometimes these might be 25 minutes long. We'll see what it is today. I do have to head down to the stock exchange floor in a couple hours. No rush there, but if it gets to like 10:30, I'm going to have to start getting ready. So wearing a hoodie. And yeah, let's just do a quick overview of what the SPY is looking like before the market opens in 2 minutes here. And very choppy on the 5 minute. If we go up to the 15-minute chart, there's two clear levels I'm looking at. One, if we break below like 449.7, those are some major lows pretty much from most of last week after Wednesday. I might go get some puts if we break that level. That would look like about down 0.25% on the day. And then if we go up to the 1 hour chart, zoom out, this is a very big inflection zone just above us in the 452-ish area. So I think if we start getting back into this zone, we could maybe retest the top of it at 453, 1.5 point move potentially.
The king has arrived.
Whoa, that was cool. So yeah, I don't know, if we zoom out here, I don't see much of a pattern. It's not fully developed to be a cup and handle yet. So really the main focus is the price action right over here. That's my main focus right now. It's kind of choppy, so we're going to try to depict our way out of the chop. We're going to try to weather the storm. We will see what happens. If we move over just to take a secondary look at the Qs, kind of similar. I did share this bullish bat a couple weeks ago. It's been playing out. You have that gap fill up at 382. I really think this is going to come down to the 15 and 5 minute to make the decision on which way this consolidation breaks. So we will see. $30 seconds till open. I'm leaning towards SPY rather than Qs right now, which will change by the morning. Yeah, classic bullish divergence on the 15-minute. I don't really use divergence too much for morning trades, though, especially on day trades. Hoping for Nvidia to break this low. My alert's set up there. See if it flushes out at the open. So far, it's holding it. And I'm not looking to trade any SPY or Qs for at least 5 to 10 minutes. I want to see how those first candles start. Here we go. Market is open. Nvidia just break that? There we go. Just broke it. So before I even look at SPY, I might just keep an eye on how these Nvidia puts I'm and are doing. They expire this Friday. Let's see what they're at right now. Currently, they're up 18%, 33% now. And I kind of want to take profits on this quicker rather than later. At least scale some out. We get one more quick flush. I'm going to take a third of my position off for the NVIDIA puts. There we go. I can get this filled. So I could just bounced a bit, so I did not get that filled. SPY's still pretty flat. I'm going to set some more alerts here on SPX. And in like this range between those two alerts I just said, I really don't have any interest in touching it, honestly. So we're keeping an eye on things. Really good show out for the first call today. I appreciate everybody showing up. I just missed the fill on those NVIDIA profits. See if it goes back down. Yeah, I mean, there's like, if we just take a look at this, like, this is not really tradable for right now. We'll keep this range on my Qs, however. Because Qs are a lot closer to breaking that low from Friday than the S&P is. Thing is, if the Qs break it and the S&P doesn't, let's say the Qs break that, the S&P only gets down till here, and the S&P uses that as a support, it could bring the Qs back up. So I just want to keep that in mind. See if there's any other names doing anything. Pretty flat across the board. Nothing going too crazy so far. XOM's up 2%. Tesla's up 1%. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything really that crazy. Airbnb up 7%. I think it's getting added to the S&P 500. If I'm not mistaken, NVIDIA is starting to get a bounce here. Pretty large bounce. I was trying to get my first seller filled right there and I just missed it, so I'm still fully in the puts. Qs pretty heavily underperforming the S&P to start the day. Just got a tweet from Mark Rebellion. Ticker BX to join S&P 500 apparently. Fisker just broke above 6. I do have some like far out Fisker calls, but I'm not really keeping too close of an eye on them right now. Still nothing in the indices yet. Do this alert log. Again, there's no FOMO to get into a trade right now. Just being patient. Nothing comes, nothing comes. Just in case the Qs do break that, I'm gonna load up QQQ contracts on my phone here. Alright, looking at QQQ puts right now, I'm not in anything as of right now though, but the S&P is starting to roll over as well. Gonna be starting small, because this is where you could potentially get fake outs. So I'm looking at 0DT QQQ puts. I'll let you know if I do get in them. Looking to get in them very shortly if it does break this. Okay, I'm trying to get filled right now into QQQ puts. I'm filled in QQQ puts. Again, it's not confirmed to breakdown yet, so I'm starting small. If it gets above this level, let me draw it out right now, I'll stop out of them. Small position, I can take another trade if this fails. Yeah. A lot of people would have just hammered into those puts on that small break, but you gotta wait for more confirmation. It's okay for me to take a starter with it, even honestly a little bit risky, but just wait for more confirmation. I'm not looking to even add to them or anything yet. Just put a starter into the QQQ puts, CRDTs. Nothing crazy. Fisker's getting a little bit more heat above $6 right now. Not trading it short term though. Tilray just crossed 310. This is interesting. We zoom out on Tilray here. This is a big breakout test potentially. It's got an alert on SPX. It's getting close to testing those lows. Set an alert under Friday's lows now. I'm still in those QQQ puts. I don't have to have too many of these, so it's up. We can delete some of them. So 377 is probably my stop for the Qs puts. And close to it. SPX is not changing though. You gotta bounce in the Qs, but the S&P is not following that. There is up 6% now. Just waiting. And if anybody just joined the Discord call, you can click on the live button next to my name to see my screen. Very close to the stop on Qs. Tilray is up 7% now. Looks like the S&P is kind of just staying in the same area for the most part. These are testing that, but I'm still watching the S&P 500 because it could still break this and take the Qs lower. But it is around my stop area. I'm well aware of that. Testing stop right now. Still in though. I want to see what the S&P does right here. Could easily bounce, but if it breaks it, it'll help out the Q splits. Starting to bounce a little bit. Q's taking control right now. Slightly above. where I want it to be. Looks like they're really leading here. Again, very small position in these puts. But I gotta wait for confirmation. S&P still holding it. I think it should have. I think the S&P should have had a larger bounce by right now if it was going to really hold this. Which is why I'm still in these Q puts. Could be wrong. Yeah, I'm not seeing any buyers really stepping into the S&P 500 right now. Take a look back at the Qs. So I'm actually going to add a little bit to the Qs right now. I'm adding to my QQQ puts. Did not get filled yet. S&P just broke lows. I'm still not filled in the QQQ puts. It started reversing right when I tried to get filled. That's why you got to keep both of them at the same time. If I wasn't looking at the S&P, I would have stopped out on the Qs right there as originally planned. But there was just no buyer stepping up over there, so it's leading to this pullback in the Qs as well. Still have no added fill on the Qs. I'm just in my original position. It's just sold off a little bit quicker. The more I could have gotten it filled. See if we can break this VWAP opposite. Quick look back over at the S&P 500. It did break those lows from Friday. I just got filled on more QQQ puts. All right, now I'm in like my average QQQ put position. I have a little bit more room here. Gotta see where this candle closes though. You can break things for a second, just like the Qs did around the open, but you gotta confirm below them. Just waiting now. Nothing else to do for right now. S&P's down about 1/3%. 30 seconds to this 5-minute candle close. I like to see this. Towards the end of the candle close, staying under those lows from Friday morning. Ten seconds left. Close slightly below Friday's lows on that 5-minute candle. We're still in the area though, like we're not out of the woods yet. We're still kind of just testing those lows on the S&P 500. Qs are back towards the bottom of its range. You did just get a bearish engulfing candle on the QQQ on the 5-minute though, which I guess helps the case, but let's see. I'm still not confirming a break of those lows. Looks like you're starting to actually bounce there. S&P's testing VWAP. A lot of whipsaw so far. We do look at this a little bit of a different way. It's kind of like you just broke this bear flag. Probably simplifies things a bit this way. And you're kind of like back testing it now. QQQ looks more like a range. See how some large caps do. Tesla is up a few percent. It was up 1% around the open. Apple, Google, Amazon slightly red. So patient game for right now. $18 minutes into the day. See if we can get more of a pull here on the S&P. One more break of these like lows at 4,500-ish should set it up. It's probably big, definitely is a big psychological level too. So slightly down on my QQQ puts right now. Not that much at all though. The big test right here. Look at that. That's exactly what I was thinking. The bear flag retest. You went back up to test the VWAP and the bear flag. You rejected them both. Back down testing lows. See how it goes. Views around VWAP. S&P low of day. Tesla's pulling a little bit off the highs, but not much. Alright, S&P is pretty much breaking it seems. Let's see if the Qs follow now. It's a hope at least. Tech is definitely holding up stronger though. Not really getting followed through yet. Use testing as highs again. Not much of any change right now. S&P back testing its lows. If the Qs break this range really, I'd imagine a lot of these large caps will start rolling over and we can just get a continued move down. But it's all about waiting for that to confirm first. Close slightly under VWAP on the Qs. Tesla's testing VWAP. Alright, still holding its gains. He's getting close to testing the bottom of the range again. I'm pretty much flat on these puts right now. This has been support so far throughout the first 26 minutes of the day, though. See, yeah. Testing bottom of the range. I'm flat on the QQQ puts. Kind of like a tug of war right here. Testing it. I'm in profit on the QQQ puts right now. Nothing confirmed yet, though. Nothing to be happy about for right now. Okay, I'm up 12% on the QQQ puts. There's a support just beneath this at 375.69, so I am looking out for that on the Q puts. S&P new lows of day. Nvidia's flushing. Tesla's dropping a little bit more. I think it just broke VWAP. And slightly in profit, but that's not the means of this trade, right? We're looking for a certain move. It's not there right now. Let's take a zoomed out approach to this for a second. Go to the 15-minute time frame. You can see it's still a very, very important area it's testing. The big thing would be if it could break that zone, right? Same thing for this S&P 500, SPX or SPY. Like this just looks like a head and shoulder structure. You're breaking it, but it's not getting the fall through price action yet. About to close the first half an hour candle of the day and the second 15-minute candle in 20 seconds. All right. There's a decent close to that last 5-minute candle for the bulls actually, which is not what I want to see right now, but can't be biased. Doesn't matter what side of the trade you're on, a chart's a chart. We can get the follow through on the breakdown, it doesn't matter though. See if Tesla's done anything else. Kind of in the same area. It broke the VWAP, but it's retesting it. Flat on my QQQ puts right now. Quite the test of this level on the Qs. It's been testing it for a while. It's a big level. I still have that sell order for the Nvidia puts. I wonder if that gets filled shortly. We'll see. All right, going for the breakdown again on the QQQ. SPY is a little bit lower as well. Back in profit on the puts. Really want to see 376 break and stay broken. See if it can do it right here. It's been quite the stubborn level for both sides, though. Broke 376. New low day for the Qs, up 11% on the puts. Good 5-minute candle close. See if it'll follow through with that. This is where the trade gets very important. No follow through. Be tough sometimes. Testing VWAP on Qs. Tesla just broke above VWAP. It might have something to do with it. Still making lower lows, lower highs. The trend is in our favor short term. But you have to be on watch because these 5-minute charts, they can completely switch at any moment. So trade I got in half an hour ago might not be the same trade in 20 minutes. S&P testing VWAP. Pulling a little bit away from the VWAP on the Qs. And these are a lot of upper wicks on a lot of these candles. You've tried multiple rallies here. So far, a lot of them have been rejected. Still in the range. I was pretty much at the VWAP on that candle. Not a little bit above it. S&P testing it again. Tesla's retesting high of day. Tillery's up 10% now. We were talking about that when it was up like 3 or 4%. One of the Champ Circle members brought that to my attention on our call on Sunday. S&P is still under VWAP. It's testing it right now. Not a lot in the last 20 minutes. Just kind of still testing these lows. Not too much has changed. The hope here is that this is a bearish backtest. You're flipping previous support into resistance before selling off further. But for that to happen, you can't break a lot higher than this. US durable good orders, actual negative 5.2% versus 5.2% previous, according to Market Rebellion. Getting rejection off of 377 on the Qs, testing VWAP again. $28 seconds, still candle close. And close right at VWAP. Still in the QQQ puts. Currently down a little bit. S&P rejected VWAP. Close to testing low day again. New low day for S&P 500. Not so much for our Qs, unfortunately. Testing VWAP again. More lows for the S&P. There you go. You got a breakdown and back test. Now you're selling off again. On the S&P, it's been pretty good so far. The Qs are not matching it as nice as I would have wanted them to. So we will see. Let's take a look at Apple, actually. Yeah, it's been bouncing recently. Just got a few of those names working against puts and Qs right now. Really. Retesting 377. Not a great bounce. Could actually get a pin bar candle on SPY, hopefully. Chills out a bit for the next 40 seconds. We'll see. It's a good start. Nope. 5-minute hammer candle for this S&P. Still under VWAP though. S&P at VWAP. SPY slightly above VWAP. Still hasn't really gotten above it. S&P above VWAP. He was getting closer to the top of the range. See how the others look. Very close to the top of the range on Qs. Big test here. Have to stop out if it breaks above this range. Did not break it on that try. Again, waiting for confirmation. A little tick above it doesn't mean anything, just like it didn't mean on the downside. Getting a little bit of selling pressure here. We are at the top of the range and the stop is close. So I'm going to be doing my final add into these QQQ puts. I did get filled on the add. And if it does stop out, confirm above the range is a pretty small loss on that final add. So let's see. Hold off a bit more here. All right, so I cannot add any more to this position. And my full position size. Stop is the top of the range. And we'll probably start taking profits if it makes a new low of day at any point. SPY is retesting the VWAP. Let me set my alert here for the stop. And then an alert at the bottom of the range on the Qs. More selling from the top of the range. Still down on the puts though. S&P under VWAP, slightly. So this looks like an even larger back test. If it gives me the profits, I'm going to take them again. This was very close to stopping out. It still could stop out. It's pretty much halfway in between right now. So gives us that range break again. I will probably immediately start taking profits. Almost, well, now we are an hour into the day, so I have to be prepared for everything. see if this closes as a bearish engulfing. Did close that candle as a bearish engulfing on the QQQ. Rejected the top of the range. S&P under VWAP. Tesla's pulling a bit here. Let's look at Apple. Apple's pulling a bit here. Zoom out again, go over to the 15-minute. Still just looks like a back test. S&P dropping. Not down that much on the QQQ puts. QQQ puts are now the average to help quite a bit. The stage keeps setting up, but it's just not like fully playing. You know, it's been the issue so far today. That's how it goes sometimes. So it's setting up again. Will it play this time? We will see. It's happened 2 or 3 times now, and never really confirmed it to the downside, so it's tough. You know, I did not want to keep staying in this range, but it can't go fully your way all the time. All that matters is how it ends, though, so. Not much movement on this 5-minute candle. Getting close to the VWAP on Qs. Second time testing these lows for the S&P. Pretty dry right now, but once you get past that first hour of the day, that's what you got to look out for. So we'll see. Anybody just joining in, I am in QQQ puts right now, CRDTEs, slightly down. Stop is the top of this blue range, and I'm targeting really any break below the range to start taking some profits. S&P testing low of day. Not a great follow for the Qs though. Bouncing off VWAP. One minute left in this candle. Kind of a tight area. It's like right now your support's being the VWAP and then your resistance is just the top of the range. The raise almost up 12% now. Wow, what a move. It's up 9% since we first looked at it. That would have been the better trade this morning so far. This 377 level on the Qs has been pretty tightly fought since the open. Look at some of these large caps. Getting a little bit of a bounce here. In like 20 minutes, I need to start getting ready to leave, so see what happens. Really, this was a range break trade, not a stay in the range type of trade, so. Both sides calls and puts this morning. Not so easy. You just really haven't gotten like that drag down effect after breaking down on the spot yet. It's like you keep making these like little lows of days, but you haven't gotten a flush candle. Something to really like show some strength for the bears. But look at this, like you have all this consolidation for the past week. Now you're testing a break of that. If it breaks, like you can get a steep sell-off from that. Not a lot of like direct support beneath you. Of course, bulls know this is their last short-term place to stand the line, you know. They're trying. Kind of looking like a bear flag here, actually. Starting to develop. All right, let's see what happens. Testing low day on S&P. Bear flag developing on Qs. Nothing confirmed yet. It's up to the odds of the universe. This coffee is starting to wear off. This is getting a lot more boring than it already was. Testing VWAP again on the S&P. Tesla's not really joining that rally. Apple is. Nvidia is. Getting close to testing this bear flag breakdown on the QQQ. S&P is rejecting VWAP. It's a big level still though. Testing the breakdown. Bounce off of it. First test. This was a very similar setup to Friday, like right here. Two minutes left in the candle. S&P's trying the VWAP again. Big bounce off that bear flag breakdown test. Getting close to stop again. Yeah, it's looking like a double bottom breakover VWAP for SPY. Stop is very close on the Qs. Again, gotta wait for confirmation. 20 seconds. See. Did not close above. Can't wait another 5 minutes for confirmation if it gets above it though. It's gonna go a lot higher in the same candle, so. Nothing's confirmed yet, but holding on by a thread right now. I mean, you're starting to reject those highs you just made 25 minutes ago on the SPY, but just such a make or break area. It doesn't really matter. Anything can happen here. Putting my waiting for 1 second. Not there just quite yet. See, very close to, there we go. Stopped out. Stop is filled. SPY is breaking above this though. I might flip sides to calls. I want to see if it confirms. I did stop out of Qs. Broke above. Got a double bottom on SPY, trying to hold the range. Don't want to just rush into it, just to confirm. No confirmation for the calls yet. Or to the 15-minute. Got classic bullish divergence, maybe a wedge forming. Again, no biases. Like if I need to flip sides, I can flip sides, but I also need confirmation. Not in anything right now. See how the large caps are looking. Apple just filled this gap. Meta's pushing a bit. Looks like Qs are back testing. SPX is picking it up. Got my calls for SPX open. Again, not financial advice, very risky. These could lose as well. Still not in anything. Looking for this candle to turn green. Okay. Still not in anything. Nope, no confirmation yet. See how that meta's doing. Pretty much in the same place. Tesla might have like a little bit of a ascending triangle forming here. Candle close for S&P. trying to get filled on S&P calls right now. Just got filled. I'm in SPX calls, just got filled. Half position is in. Add a little bit more to SPX calls. I added a little bit more. Testing these highs right here. Up 12%. Up 15%. Up 21%. Up 25%. I'm looking to sell a little bit of it. It's not loading. That's great. Okay, looking to take some profits. All right, just get out a little bit of profit. Currently sitting at 25% profit. 1/3 of my position is out. Up 30%. %. Gonna try to sell another. Sold. Took some more profits, around 38%, I think. 2/3 of my position is sold. Up 36% on SPX calls. It's about 0.14% to go back to green on the day for a gap fill. This candle is 0.10%, so you need another one of these and a little bit more to fill that gap. It's held up so far. Highs of the candle. Up 40% on SPX calls. See if we can get fall through on this candle. That would be huge. It just break subtle. Again, only a third of the position is left. New highs up 53%. Trying to sell it, sold. Fully out of the SPX calls, final take profit, I think about 52%. So there we go. That's the first day. I'm not happy with it. Lost a trade and then won a trade. Let me tell you the final results of how today went. Give you the exact P&L. Let's take a look. What's today? Today's the 5th. Oh wow, that's actually crazy. I didn't even look at it that way. So the first trade I took was the QQQ puts, and I lost $534. $534 on those QQQ puts. Yeah, that trade it just started ranging too much. So I stopped out of that, lost $534 on the QQQ puts. Then got into SPX calls over here on this break. And you guys just heard that trade. I just called it out live. I made $542 there. So pretty much flat between those two trades. But I was able to make back and make another coffee on top of the QQQ loss. So yeah, flat day trading. Thankfully, I was able to spot this move on the SPX and not just end the day on that QQQ loss. Looks like it's still going a bit, but happy with how this recovered that loss. So yeah, negative 534 on QQQ puts, first trade of the day, and then plus 542 on SPX calls. So got into QQQ puts in this whole entire area. Didn't work out. I could have taken profits here, but it was just not enough profit. Didn't make sense. Then I stopped out of the QQQ puts when it broke this range right over there. Looked at the SPX S&P 500. When I stopped out of the Qs, it was just about right here. I got into SPX calls, just made 50% on those. So that's it. Pretty much net even. A lot of lessons learned. We're going to be back at it tomorrow morning. Thank you all for joining the call. I'm going to go head down to the floor of the stock exchange now. I'm going to go see Jordan there actually today. You guys know who that is, Ace the Kid. I saw him last night for dinner. It was great. So yeah, be back at it tomorrow morning. This was a longer one than I wanted it to be, honestly. This QQQ really just dragged out, but once you actually get a range break like we did over here, you can finally get the move. So that's it. That is what it is for today. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. See you. Actually, going to be live tonight for an actual stream, so I'll see you then. And we'll be back again for the same thing tomorrow morning. Hopefully we don't sit in a QQQ range for an hour, but all right, I need to go get ready and run out of here.